The Lake Forest Podcast is supported by viewers, listeners, and businesses just like you. Michelle Parno has lived and worked in Lake Forest for over 2 decades. Michelle's lending experience, when combined with her real estate expertise, makes her an invaluable asset to her clients as they navigate their home buying or selling process. Call Michelle now at 847-528-8721, 847-528-8721. For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Laracy & Company CPAs, founded in 2010 by Lake Forest's own Brian Laracy, specializes in tax preparation and bookkeeping services. Earning the People Love Us on Yelp award, their process is straightforward. Just upload, review, and file. For a free quote, visit LaracyCPA.com now. That's LARISEYCPA.com. I'm excited to share with you something special from our Lake Forest community, the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa, located at 775 North Bank Lane in Lake Forest near Wisconsin Avenue. This just isn't any spa. They offer an amazing blend of traditional spa services plus the added benefit of medical procedures and treatments. In a relaxing and luxurious spa environment, you can enjoy a range of cosmetic and aesthetic treatments. These are all performed under the supervision of top medical professionals. The Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa provides skin care, facial rejuvenation, body contouring, laser hair removal, Botox, dermal fillers, chemical peels, and much more. What's great is that each treatment is tailored not just to enhance your appearance, but also to address specific skin concerns and to promote overall well-being. So if you're looking to pamper yourself and take your beauty routine to the next level, give the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa a call at 224-768-8028 or visit them at their location on North Bank Lane. It's an experience your skin will thank you for. We'd also like to say we're thankful for our Patreon supporters, Otto, John C., Helen, Herrick, and J.M. Mary Cole.
You can't have enough Mary Cole.
Love Mary Cole. We're going to be at our victory party Tuesday. At least I will be.
Victory.
And I'm not jinxing anything. Do you see the bets I placed on Trump?
No, I haven't. Did you post this on Facebook or something? Or
I was in Vegas a couple months ago, and I got good odds, and I said, all right, let's put a couple down. And you and I, we had a couple suds over at Duffers celebrating the caucus.
Big win.
I'm not going to say victory, but what I will say is Victor. If you know, you know. But I put $100 bet down. They'll pay $2,000 if Trump wins by over 5% on the popular vote. And I know you're.
The popular?
Yeah.
Ooh, you're going bold.
$100, but for $2,000, I think it's pretty good. So, anywho, getting back to local. We're getting together on a Friday at almost 6 o'clock, and this is not going to be edited anything fancy, but you know,
Got a playoff game tonight, Lake Forest playoff game Friday night.
Well,
against Mather.
No, Mather's going to get crushed.
Yeah, CPS, more of a basketball league.
Well, that's JPS.
Not anymore, sir. You haven't been. That was maybe 30 years ago, not now.
Mather's not Jewish?
Well, the only West Rogers Park, and there just was that shooting of a Jewish man going to synagogue, which took Brandon Johnson 3 days to figure out was a hate crime. But
for a headline, like, why are you straying? Mather's been Jewish. When did it stop?
Not now. The only Jews left in West Rogers Park are the Orthodox, and they go to private school.
Last I checked, those are okay.
With the like our friend Moshe, Moshe.
Well, I don't know what do the Jews do?
What do you mean?
Well, I went like that, but that's like 1972 Olympics. I don't know what. Mazel tov. So anyways,
Mather's not a Jewish high school anymore. But CPS football is like
Well,
not
it's
good.
funded. It's not funded. They don't have enough.
Right. It's a shame. I mean, your school, Lane Tech, my school played them in the 90s in a playoff game and creamed them.
Well, I don't know what the population of your high school was. I'm guessing it's District 219 or whatever, but Lane Tech had 4,500. Stevenson has 4,500. What's the other big boy around here?
It's like Zurich,
No, no, no. What's the other big high school around here?
Warren,
Nah,
Libertyville, Mundelein,
Stevenson.
Deerfield.
There's whatever it is. You get four to 5,000 kids at a school, and you should be able to field a team. And
Well, Niles North was half that. It's only like 2,000. And they kicked the crap out of Lane Tech. Sorry.
yeah, well, what was the score? Do you have any facts on that?
It was 1992. I'll have to Google it. But they won big. And then they lost big the next week to Loyola Academy.
Okay, fair enough. So we wish the scouts well, but you know, we had a couple girls on. I'm going to speak to one of the two girls because I'm
Ladies, they're not girls. They're adults.
are you going there?
I'm just saying.
All right, what's the age? What is it, ladies and girls?
18. Isn't it 18?
So you like anti-gender? I say a
No, I'm
couple
just
guys.
saying.
I say a couple. Now hold on, Joe. I say a couple guys got together. Are you going to stop me there? No.
Then you say gals, guys and gals.
Girls, boys.
All right,
Boys.
whatever. Let's go on with the story.
No, but you see what I'm going with it. Stop that stuff. It's going to stop on Tuesday. But anywho, we had the cell phone tower girls on, and
Sounds like a band name.
look,
I'll be at the Avalon Theater this
whatever.
weekend.
We're open books. I believe they said transparent, and I hate the word transparent. I say no bullshit. And I think no BS is the proper word because come on, what's going on? I'll help you. And I really do feel like I spent whatever that time was, an hour or so. I tried to give them some advice on what to do to help their cause. And today, Friday, November 1st, I spent 9 hours editing a video, of which I try to include the city council meeting, which talked about this is back in September, talking about the cell phone tower. And then I went back in and I looked at the planning commission talking about the cell phone tower to put everything together so everybody could look at here's what these two girls are saying. Here's what the city council is saying. Here's what the planning commission is saying. Kathy Zerniak. Kathy, still want to know how your hoof's doing.
Call on the landline.
And you know what I do, Joe, is I do a post to my Patreon people for my $35 a month that I don't share with you, and I'll never will.
It's quite all right. I do this for the love of the game. I'd have to fill out 28 forms if he gave me anything, so that's fine.
Right. Anyways, no, if it gets over $600, but I spent all this time doing it, and I posted to my Patreon people who I love. And then one of my Patreon people sends a thumbnail, or maybe it was Lake Forest News, I don't know, sends a thumbnail of what the show is going to be about tomorrow. And I'll put it here. And it was a picture of the two ladies. Can I say ladies? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A thumbnail. The job of a thumbnail is you want people to say, hey, what's that? Let me click on it and let me see what's up. And Haley was on the left. Haley Cropper, right? She's on the left. And I put a fake tree above her head. When I say fake tree, it was one of those cell phone tower trees. And then to her right, I put a big cell phone tower. And to the right, you have Katie May, which I don't even know her name, what her name is. She gives us a fake name to come on the show.
I thought her name was Katie May.
Oh, it's look at
It's
your.
not?
No, it's Sakura. It's Sakura. Hold on.
Oh, wait, you had me look up her voter thing, and there
No,
was
that's her fake name. It's Sakura Sterling.
there's a Katie May that's registered to vote in Lake Forest.
Yeah, well,
Hold on, let me double check.
go ahead. We'll edit this out in post, and you know we never edit anything out in post. But as you're looking, Joe, so I post it, and this is like, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And I get a phone call, and I never answer a phone call ever if you don't know who it is. But I pick it up, and I just been editing for like hours. And
You do put a lot of time into putting the show together, and I've always said that to everyone that
well,
asks that I just show up here and blab
no,
and
but
you
no,
blab, but you put some work after the blabbing.
not well. It's not about crying about
Yeah,
the.
Katie May. She lives.
All right, what's
I'm not
Sakura?
gonna say. I'm not gonna. Her middle initial is S.
Dude, whatever. Who's Sakura Sterling? Whatever it is. I did my own
Yeah,
invest.
there's no voter by that name.
Okay.
You
So,
had me look that one up.
okay.
There's
All
no
right.
voter with that name.
Whatever it is. So I get a phone call from Sakura Sterling or Katie May or whatever her name is, and she says, I don't like the way the thumbnail looks. Are you looking at the thumbnail? I'll put it up here for everybody.
I saw it.
And when you do a thumbnail, you want people to click on it. It's about whatever the main context of whatever video you're going to
Well,
do.
and you usually the thumbnails usually mesh all the different
Oh,
things.
I've gone back and forth, Joe.
Yeah, but I mean, it. Like I remember one time I made a reference to Larry King, and all of a sudden Larry King's face is in the thumbnail for that week.
But so when I ask people, hey, send me a picture you want me to put up, you get like a profile picture, whatever. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yes,
And so you use the pictures that both of them sent you.
yeah, I
It's not like
did.
you went on Facebook and
Yeah,
grabbed some random picture.
no, but Haley Cropper, she sends me, I think I think Haley's pretty cool. She sends me, hey, here's my picture. Do what you can with it. I'm like, hey, I don't want anybody to look bad on the show,
Right.
right? Why would I want to? I've never done that ever.
No, no, you haven't.
And so uh, Sterling or whatever her name is sends me this picture with a side view looking at the mountains and with a hat on or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. And the show is about putting up that cell phone tower. So in the distance, I put a little cell phone tower up because it's out of place,
And
right?
she no likey.
And she says, I swear to God, we went down through the Kamala Harris. And this is my opinion, okay? I heard Zen, feelings, uh,
Word salad?
and then
Joy? Did you hear joy?
the other side of my head is like snowflake. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You're calling me up. I just got done. I posted it. And maybe it's like the same way. Maybe I'm an artist, Joe. Maybe I'm an artist, but I get a little leeway on how what I think, is gonna because I got years. I got years doing this, you know. And I say,
Well, I thought the cell tower was fine because that's what the whole show was
yeah,
about, with the cell
exactly.
tower. I
Exactly.
didn't think twice about it when I saw it. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. I mean, anybody that saw it would know, hey, this is going to be the show about the cell tower. And if they care about that issue one way or the other, they're going to watch it.
Yeah.
which is the goal of why we do a thumbnail, to get people to watch.
Right. So, and again, it was a 2.5 hour, the longest show we would ever done. And I get done
Because you
with the
threw
call,
in the plan commission and the
everything.
yeah.
I document Kathy Zerniak. You were all over the place. I'm sorry. I hope your hoof is healing well. But the way you gave me heat about calling her a girl. I think she is a girl. I think she's a child. I do seriously, seriously. That's how
I believe she's 40 years old, but okay.
I have
No,
no idea, but the way she came across to me on she wanted to promote herself over the cause. And I asked her that a bunch of times. I go, is this about you or is it about, getting cell service for everybody? And she couldn't
or
get over.
not getting cell service for
Yeah, yeah,
everybody,
yeah, 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 yeah.
which is
So,
what would happen if they
well,
needed arguably.
so now I'm looking into it, and I spent all day since
Yeah.
Wednesday looking into this. And look, we need cell coverage, however that happens, and uh, I will fault myself because I didn't look at all the other meetings, and I heard Kathy Zerniak and all the work that she did, and God bless her. They all looked in all that stuff. That
Kathy Zerniak brings her A game every
Yeah,
time. She
yeah,
does. She does her homework.
okay. So putting the little towers everywhere, all the stuff that we talked about on that show was Sterling or whatever her name is. And then Haley, I'm sorry you're hooked up with her because Haley's the one that's got the problem with all this. And I wish Haley would have called me, but um,
I guess you can't edit the show to have just Haley, huh? That would be a tough one to edit.
well, it's 6 o'clock on a Friday night, and either I put a show up with that, or I don't do nothing, or we come on and say, look, this is what happened. This is my opinion. And people want to know what's up with the cell phone tower. Okay. The issue is, can you have something that looks okay? And looking into it, you can stack little cell towers up and put a little light at the top. And you know what? It doesn't look that bad. And
And after we did the show,
yeah.
last night, I happened with all the trick or treaters in the neighborhood
How many
coming
did you have?
around. Not as many as before, I think, because the wind kept a
80.
lot of the.
No, we had
You
80.
had 80? Oh
80.
my gosh, we had
East side, brother.
way less, way less. Well, we're spaced out. It's a long walk between houses here. But it's the you know the and then I posted a video on my Facebook of we had to leave early for the trick or treating and left a little bucket of candy out, and two little punks took the whole damn thing.
Rugrats. They're not punks.
But in any event, um, I'm looking straight out. Our house faces west. So I'm looking out, and I'm looking towards, way in the distance is the highway, and you see all the lights, and you can see flashing things, flashing towers now that the leaves are down. And my point is, there's towers already in Lake Forest with
Yeah.
lights. Okay. And I bet there was a meeting back whenever those towers were put up in 1948 or 1958 or whatever year it was. And people are like, oh my God, there was probably a meeting when they were putting the tollway in. There's probably a meeting when they were putting 41 in. And, so it's just something that people get used to and accept. Is it that, and as I said on the show, the Glenview metro station, the Glen, it's called North Glenview, has a cell tower in its parking lot, um, decorated, if you will, whatever you want, whatever the term is. And believe me, no one in the Glen, nobody's property values went down in the Glen. So
Joe,
now that's my 2 cents. That's my look, and I get it. People, some very good people in this town that you and I both know, live in that area and are like, hey, what is this all about? And that's why I was kind of hoping we would do a show, and I'd like to get
Well,
someone
Joe, we
on with
did
the
we
other.
did do a
Yeah,
show. We
yeah,
looked
yeah.
into it, and I think those two girls should go on that L42BQ because that's where
Well,
they
then no one will
belong.
listen to that.
Well, no, that's where they belong, and
Do you
that's an
guys
opposite.
think? What do
They
you
are
guys think?
opposition people.
What's
Look,
his name that
people come
hosts
to
it?
us,
Tim?
huh?
What's the guy that hosts it? Tim?
I have no idea. I thought
What do
you
you
met
guys?
him.
What do you? No, I've never met him. I don't think. What do
Oh,
you guys think about if the cell tower is up
Joe, you're
in
being
the?
nasty. First
That's
of all,
why I
I never
call
knew
it.
the guy. Hey, Tim, you and I, let's go to Lantern, me and you,
Yeah,
and let's do a show together, brother.
yeah, that would be cool. I'm all down with it. We'll do a joint show, and
Wait,
Pete will
hold on,
bring the
check
joint,
that.
and Pete will bring the joints.
Hey,
But
Tim, not into the weed yet.
now
Tim,
that
you
it's
and I will
legal,
go to Duffers. Duffers is more of a well, probably Tim would like Lantern better, and I like Duffers better. But my point is, you gotta. Can you imagine the people that are going to see the Facebook posts and all this crap? How do they know how they're going to vote? This is only in the fourth ward, right, Joe?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But it's got people alarmed all over because they think, oh my God, they're going to put up this massive tower and it's going to tower over like we're putting up a Sears tower or something, and it's going to tower over the rest of the city or something,
Well, I look.
and it's going to spread radiation all over the city.
No, health is not an issue at all. And you know what? Somebody debate me on the health part. I get it. If
Well, and even if you think it is, the FCC regulations are that a municipality cannot deny a cell phone tower
doesn't
permit
matter.
strictly on health issues.
Here, Joe. You know
So if
what?
the city were to do that, they'd open themselves up to litigation,
Yeah, yeah.
and litigation ain't cheap.
Joe, I'm going to get the thing wrong, but it's a schedule two, and maybe I'll edit out the pause. But schedule two, do you know what's here's what it's 2B. You know what fits into that category, Joe?
Microwaves,
Coffee,
the cup of coffee.
coffee, pickled vegetables,
Oh
gas,
God, I'm dead.
gasoline fumes.
All right, well, coffee and pickles from a Chicago style hot dog. I'm dead right there.
So, pardon me if like, you know what? This sounds like somebody from the left trying to come in and uh for look, if everybody has cell service, that's a pretty good thing. And if you say, you know what, the health damage is similar to a cup of coffee, get the F out of here, Joe.
Is it the scalding hot coffee from McDonald's, like that lady dropped on her lap? Is that what?
I don't know, but look, when you do a podcast for the community, you let everybody come in, and I think we lucked out and we caught this one early, and it
Well,
showed.
I think, we've seen this before. We've seen this movie before where there's a neighborhood issue that the rest of the city either doesn't care about or feels it is in the best interest of the city. But because we have elections here like every year for something, there's either an aldermanic or mayoral election every year in this city, and you have a small group, as we learned the other night, but still a group out there that likes to uh, rabble rouse. And uh, the oldest trick in the political book is let's find all the disaffected neighborhoods in town and put them together to try and win an election.
Well,
That they tried to do that on Randy in 2023 with the railroad and the block the box and all that stuff. And you know, um,
I'm disappointed, Joe. I like those two,
they seem very nice to me. They were
and
at the caucus meet and greet on Tuesday night at Gorton. They were chatting with Mayor
yeah, I
Tack
think
and the alderman.
Do you know when
Single-handedly brought down the average age of the room.
what do you call it when the girls flip their hair?
Uh, Flipping hair? I don't know. I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't, unlike you, I don't have enough hair to flip. So
You could.
I just got a haircut today, actually.
Say, why?
It was getting a little shaggy.
You trying to fit in your coffin? So, so Joe, we're going to throw this up. There's no editing in there. I'm just going to let you know if you hear about the cell phone tower, these two, I don't buy it. I don't buy Sterling or whatever Katie May, whatever her fake name is. And it's a shame that
Katie May
probably,
not. Her real name is Katie May not. No,
well,
if
I
she
think,
married a guy named Not, she'd be Katie May not.
well, here's what I got out of it. I think Haley's the one that's getting affected. And she should be the spokesperson. And
Well, and like I said, there's other folks that you and I both know that have talked to us the last few days about it,
well, hold
right?
on. How did we go through this process, Joe? Because I got some bad juju. And what did I do? I made a couple phone calls and I said, what's up? Are we going to let it's 8 hours, at least 8 hours of work. I do I let it go to the wayside or, which I don't care.
I don't know.
What's for the greater good? I don't think
When does the council vote on the actual thing?
I think they have more things brought in front of them.
Okay, I don't
Kathy
know.
Zerniak, I Jason, I saw you trick or treating yesterday. Could you let Kathy?
Was he wearing a costume?
I'm not going to say.
He was dressed as the Lake Forest podcast host.
Whatever. Hey, come on, we're on the east side, brother. East siders are east siders. And
I'm over here in fake forest.
here I am, an east sider trying to help out you west siders.
Please help me out by getting a better cell service, man. Hard to make a call.
Well, you know what? I'm like, you know what? Put the damn tower like 500 feet. It'll help me.
Put it in my back. Scoo and I have both said, let's put it in our backyard. So put one at Scoo's house, put one at my house. We'll call it a day.
Well, well, Scoo's busy right now calling a Mather loss.
Well, yeah, he's gonna call he's probably calling well, they don't have a JV game before, but
but anyways,
he's warming up. He's warming up the vocal cords.
Let me close this thing out. It's not our.
Should we talk about the other elections, though? I mean, the election.
Yeah, we will. But let's
Okay.
close out this part of
Okay.
it. It's because those girls brought up transparency, in which I kind of got a lump in my throat. No BS, which I told them I don't like transparency. I like no BS. So what I'm responding with is the truth. Okay, if we believe it, we say it and we put it out there. And I don't think those girls are, at least half of them are not, there's something off on there.
Maybe there's someone else in the neighborhood that wants to come on. We'll do a show with them.
You know what? We need cell service there, and you don't like the way it looks. Tough.
Well, it's not tough. Like I said, there's deliberations on this. People can go to the council meeting and express their opinions. That's what democracy
Go
is all
on.
about.
What's his face?
They don't go.
Yes, Tim.
Tiny Tim.
What?
I don't know. Maybe he's a big guy. I don't know.
Well, whatever. Go over there, and you know what? Tell your story there. I think that
drink some dangerous coffee before you go there, though, because you'll. Oh.
Well, I think whatever their site is full of crap. All right, Joe.
All right. So, what do you want to talk about the caucus election that happened?
Joe O'Reilly.
Joe O'Reilly, the man.
God, how awkward.
Joe O'Reilly is now going to be assigned to work on the Middle East peace treaty.
How long were we in Duffers waiting?
Not that long, were we? About an hour? Less than that.
No, we
were. You're talking about after?
No, you and I in Duffers waiting for everything on. We were there.
Well, we got there before the polls closed. Yeah, we emptied out. You went over to Gorton, cast your vote, and there was like there wasn't the crowd waiting outside like that CPA vote.
There was
So
Dan Dorfman.
yeah, you and Danny had a nice
Dan's
chat
a
and
cool cat.
took a
He is a
picture
cool
together,
cat.
and
He is a
yeah,
cool. He's a journalist
he is.
of something which I would never aspire to be, but he gets all the facts, and he was there trying to get his 5 quotes, and I wouldn't let him leave till I know he had one more that he wanted, and we had a little chat. He may come on the show, Joe. He may come on the
That'd be
show.
great. I would welcome him. I think it would be a great chat with him because I totally respect that he's like the last man standing in local journalism here,
Well, it's a
and the poor guy's covering 28 towns.
I
He's
get
covering he's
I've
covering
blown
Lake
him
Forest. He's covering Skokie. I don't know what else.
I've blown him crap, and I've given him credit. And when it all comes down, if I see Dorfman's name, I'll click. And if I see what's his name, Meadows, Man Bun, no click. Just saying.
I think he just rewrites.
Well, what do I do? I don't even
The
write.
pat that's what the patch is famous for, is taking everybody else's
Yeah,
articles and rewriting them.
yeah. So it was great to vote, and yes, 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 yes. And Lori Fitzgerald, you go, girl. She already signed up to come on the show.
All right.
Yeah,
Can't
she
wait
already
for that one.
signed
That'll be
up.
a good show.
Yeah, she's in. And maybe we'll get Joe on, or
Maybe Mayor Tack.
Regina. Randy,
I
why would
want
you want to come on? You're done. You're in. You're like he wants to run so far away.
I I would Mayor Tack is welcome anytime he wants on here.
Of course, Joe. No,
We'll get him on it.
he's in Paris. He's got a great.
Already?
Why
The
would you want to
election
be
was the other
here?
night.
Do a Zoom call. That's all you need to do.
That's true. We Do you see him like wearing a one of those Pierre hat? Well, like a hat like you.
Pierre.
I guess what I call those French hats.
I believe it's
Pierre
called the
hats.
beret, Joe.
Beret. All right. I call them Pierre hats.
Um,
But all right.
I
No,
was
but it was like 90%.
Joe, I was so proud. Let me tell you what, I was not feeling any pain Wednesday. I'm like, I heard that the numbers that came in. Do they do hey Joe or Rita, you're gonna post the numbers? Because
He did.
okay, it came up.
They're on the Caucus Facebook page. You want me to read them?
Yeah, read them.
Where you been? And we reposted them on our Facebook
I don't
page.
know
So you're
where
not
I've
even
been.
looking
I've
at
been
ours.
You know where I've been, Joe? This is
We're
the second
editing this
podcast
other
in 24
podcast.
hours I'm doing, dude.
Let's see here. Caucus. All right. Survey says
Go.
annual meeting results. See right here, annual meeting results.
Okay.
All right. There was 951 ballots cast.
I wonder if that's
Randy Tack, 823 yes, 95 no.
ha ha ha.
And the rest of the aldermen were a little bit above him. Pete Clemens,
Who
John
got the most votes on Alderman? Who got least? No.
Richard Walther, the engineer from Ward 4.
Yeah,
He's the engineer.
Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
Yeah,
He got 875. I mean, it's really close. 875 for Richard, 873 for Pete Clemens in Ward 1, 872 for John Powers in Ward 2, and 869 for Nick Bothfeld here in Ward 3. He's the new era. We're
the
having
heir apparent.
a new era apparent. More than
Use
apparent. I
that,
think
Joe.
he's
Go
going to
ahead.
be the alderman. And then school board, Lori got 793 yes, 141 no. So she had the highest no's
Oh,
of
I thought she had
anybody.
90 no's.
Well, she had 141 no.
So that's the power of the opposition.
Yeah, like 60 votes. No, not even 60 votes. So, I mean, it's just like, and the rest were around the same numbers as Powers and Walter. Yeah, Ann Garrity
What's the
Helms, 884. Rob
did
Silve,
anything come up on
833.
the high school 115?
Yeah, Ann Garrity Helms got 884 yes, 39 no, and Rob Silve, 833 yes, 77 no.
I don't know Rob. I do know Ann.
And
All
then don't
right.
they get like another one from Lake Bluff or something? Isn't that their deal they make on that,
I think Lake Bluff gets 2 seats.
or two? Okay.
So I'm just
What
kind
about
of,
North Chicago? Do they get a seat
well,
since
hold
they're
on. This is
busing
going to be,
kids in,
well,
allegedly?
that's a whole nother thing with,
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask Dr. Montgomery about that one.
well, no, hell with Montgomery. I had my family over. Look, I got family that a lot of kids have gone through that high school, and there's just a lot of stuff that has gone down that people feel that, shouldn't we take a little bit more money out of the this high school in North Chicago and whatnot? There's a lot
Well, now you're sounding like Bernie Sanders and
of
AOC and Kamala Harris.
no, it's all these volunteer groups that want to put money back into Lake Forest High School, plus they get the referendum. That's the issue that I have with it. I'm on a roll, Joe. I lack of
So
sleep.
caucus, I mean, we'll find out if anybody files to run. I think the deadline is November um 19th or 17th. I can't tell right off the top of my head.
All
It's
right,
somewhere. It's mid-November.
all right,
We'll know when you're frying your turkey, getting
yeah,
ready for Fry Fest in your backyard.
yeah.
We'll know if there are candidates on the ballot besides the caucus candidates.
All right. So let's just get a couple things out of the way. So if you hear anything about the cell phone tower, do you want service or do you not want service? Answer the question. That's it. Whatever it looks like, do you want your phone to work? Yes or no? That's where I'm at with it,
Can you hear me now?
right?
Yeah.
Second thing is Caucus, way to go. Aridi, kicking butt. Regina, we got to get you come on the show.
Yeah. Regina's a good person.
We'll do the old versus old new because they're going to do that meeting, which I've had a problem with. You let a third of the people that leave that know what's going on. They don't share the knowledge when they leave.
That's the downside of term limits.
Yeah. Well, it's like our boy Vega, right? He
Yeah,
left.
well,
No,
she
Anthony.
left. Well, his predecessor, he beat her in the election, the previous county clerk.
Yeah.
So,
No,
that just kind of like the 45th president didn't leave the White House too nicely.
whatever.
But yeah, no, it just sometimes those
47.
transitions, we'll find out who the 47th is next week. Maybe.
All right. All right, Mr. Republican. What do you think about 47? What do you think?
I
Oh,
if you
shut
ask,
up.
no, seriously, listen to me. Like, hear me out. Just hear me out.
What am I
I
hearing?
have no idea who's going to win. At one minute, I think it's going to be Trump. The next minute, I think it's going to be Harris, which tells me it's a toss up right now.
We
Now
spent
it ain't
three
it ain't a
hours.
toss up
Hold
here.
on,
So all these people wasting their time with yard signs, but
Joe.
yeah,
We spent a lot of time together bonding
yes,
at Duffers.
with a Harris supporter.
We were going over numbers and every possibility. Come on. You got to feel a lot
Oh
stronger.
yeah, I thought you were talking about our new friend that we met.
Oh, the district superintendent.
The retired.
What's her name?
She
Oh,
was the Grave Lake superintendent, and she lives in Lake Forest.
love her.
She is a gem. They
I would
don't
say
make her.
Jennifer.
They don't make them like that
No,
anymore.
she had a notebook of jokes, which I need.
Which none of us can repeat on even this show.
What do you mean, even this show?
I don't know. She's let's see here. It was like McGregor, wasn't it?
Dude,
Oh.
I know I drank twice as much as you did. That at least. And that's for
I'm trying to Google like retired Grays Lake. 'Cause, yeah, I don't know. She was. She was the Grays Lake superintendent, and she lives in Lake Forest. She is a gem. They don't make her make them like that anymore. Which none of us can repeat on even this show. I don't know. She's let's see here. It was like McGregor, wasn't it?
I know I drank twice as much as you did. That at least. And that's for We had her husband was back there, and he's like, I can't do anything about this. I understand.
She was a spunky lady. Let's just say that.
God bless.
Yeah.
So, so anyways, why do you do a show like this? Because, you
Yeah. No, I
got
look,
to pivot.
I
You got
think,
to pivot, Joe.
you know, presidential, we'll see. I just don't know. I mean, you take each of these states, you go on that Real Clear polls website and
No,
play
I'm
around
not
with the
even going
map
there.
and
I'm
all
going back
that.
to local, Joe.
Oh, local. Well, that's what
Trump's got it.
matters.
Trump's got it. Mary Cole, I get a jingle at 2 p.m. She's Why don't I have a little sticker like that? I could put
I'll
that
give you one.
on the
You
truck.
got a sign at your house. Well, it's a sticker. You don't put stickers on the truck. You only put magnets, right?
That's correct.
I got stickers right here, pal.
I need a magnet. She says,
You are a magnet.
hey, she's in a van driving around.
Down by the river? No.
No,
No.
I go, who's driving? Philippe. Yeah, Philippe. Philippe and I, we have an interesting relationship. If anybody wants to Google Philippe Malin and Pete Jansen's relationship on the Lake Forest podcast, there's so many flip flops going on. I'm the biggest hypocrite ever. But anyways, after I get done blowing Philippe shit, we'll edit that on post. We never edit anything out in post.
He's actually driving the van.
Well, he only goes right.
Is there a seat for it? I love you, man, Philippe, but he's let's
Wow.
just say a little shorter than us.
Oh, why would you go there, Joe?
He's not
No.
as
Well,
tall as
I
you or
didn't go
me.
there. If I'm the moral
Just
compass on
kidding
the show,
him.
we have issues.
I just a joke.
Whatever. So, anyways, we're talking about we're going to do election day. So in Libertyville, let me know any of the supporters of this show or even non-supporters. Please line up in the street. Supporters on the right, non-supporters on the left. So when I take a left-hand turn, I know where to go. And we'll go to Libertyville and we'll hang out. And we'll
Are you
see.
talking about her election night?
Yeah, Mary Cole victory. I think she's going to do it.
Yeah, no, she's got a big, get out the vote push over the weekend. She's doing
She's
like a
hustling.
barnstorm around the county. She's going to be at,
She's
what I'm
hustling.
supposed to say. She's going to be in Lake Forest Monday morning at the train station, downtown train station,
What time?
6:30. Oh, roll out of bed and show up. But
No,
you
I
already got,
asked.
you know what? She's already got your vote. You've already
I did.
voted.
I put it
She
in.
needs to,
Everything.
she needs to talk to the people that haven't voted yet to get them to vote for her on
You know what I
Tuesday.
would like? Mary, get somebody to record your spiel because she's going to walk up to somebody and say whatever. Give me that 1 minute. I'd love to hear it.
I'll tell you what, if anyone, I don't know anyone that has met Mary that isn't going to vote for her, other than maybe Eric Reinhardt when he met her at the debate. I mean, I mean,
Well, you
she's
don't like
terrific.
when
She's
I
a
say
great
girl.
communicator. She's a great communicator.
She's a cool chick.
Yeah, she's a good person.
Okay. Well, when I say chick, I mean that's a gender,
No,
females.
I think in the context you said it for her as a praising thing,
Yeah.
I think she would take it.
Okay.
She'd say, "Right on, Pete."
So this is a great week for Lake Forest. I was so proud, Joe, Wednesday. I mean, I was tickled pink.
I always said there's a silent majority out there.
Well, people got it. You know what? You don't have
The
to be
squeaky
silent.
wheel doesn't necessarily have to get the grease.
Well, unless some people speak up. Like these two girls, if you and I didn't speak up, or at least I didn't, they could pull this crap all day long and there'd be no cell service in the fourth ward.
Well, the question, anytime you have a cause or a campaign, you always wonder who's the right messenger. And maybe they aren't the right messenger if it's more about them than, and I'm not saying about, it sounds like one of them, not both necessarily both of them, but
Well, you know what?
I'm sure when that council meeting happens, there's going to be a lot of residents that show up. I know how this goes.
You know what? Here's what it
So
came down to. open mind Pete, environmentalist Pete, right? Because I care about the environment, Joe. But at the end of the
Like
day,
no one says that cell phone towers hurt the environment. I've never heard that they cause global warming or
well, no, the
climate change or whatever. I've
aesthetic
never heard
look of
that.
the
Oh,
aesthetic.
that's a different
That's
environment.
the
That's
idea.
aesthetics. Yes.
Yeah. But what I, you know what? You and I both slack because I don't know if you watched it. I did. I watched that city council meeting when they talked about it and the planning commission. And when I heard Kathy Zerniak, I trust Kathy. I trust Kathy more than I trust these girls. I'll leave it at that. Fair enough?
Yeah, no, I think look, the city has to, there's certain parameters the city has to work in anytime you do these things, and she spelled it out very well
Yeah.
in that. Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that. So we're filling time. We're going to put a show out Saturday morning.
Everybody vote. If you haven't voted, vote. Now, at this point, it's probably you got to vote on Tuesday at your polling place. And
Scouts win, and then
Anthony and our boy Vega has a new app. I wish he'd told us on when he was on our show, but
Anthony Vega is all over the place.
he is the man. And there is now, if you just go on the App Store on your phone, Lake County Clerk has an app, and you can get election results. You can find your polling place, all sorts of stuff. And the clerk's office does more than elections. They do records, marriage licenses, the whole gamut of things there. And he's got an app now for it. So props to Anthony.
Hey,
He is probably like on no sleep right now with the because it's showtime for county clerks.
well, he does a great job on TV. He does a great job on this podcast, goes without saying. Joe, let's sum it up. Cell tower, put it up. Yeah.
I say so. I say
Yeah.
so, but I'd like to have a rational argument.
I thought I had one. Okay.
And don't, if you sign that petition on a cell phone,
Whatever.
that change.org petition or whatever it was.
Hey, I trust Kathy Zerniak. I would put Kathy up here, those girls down here. That's the way I look at it because Kathy gets a lot of crap and she has to go through a lot of crap, and I trust her judgment on it.
She's an honest broker.
I have not seen her. I have not seen her go wrong.
No, she's an honest broker. She does, she tells it like it is, and some people don't like that, but she tells it like it
Why?
is.
What's the problem with that?
Because, as Jack Nicholson said in that movie, you can't handle the truth.
All right, Joe, I'm going to whip this.
Vote, people, vote.
Vote.
Mary Cole, vote, and vote no on that forest preserve tax hike, please.
You know why Churchill did this, right?
Because he was drunk.
No, he's flipping everybody off.
Oh, well, hey, man, Churchill was a great, one of the greatest figures in history.
All right, everybody. Hopefully this is...
Michelle Parno has lived and worked in Lake Forest for over 2 decades. Michelle's lending experience, when combined with her real estate expertise, makes her an invaluable asset to her clients as they navigate their home buying or selling process. Call Michelle now at 847-528-8721, 847-528-8721.
For the best cannabis in the world, look no further than Iliad Epic Grow. Owned by Lake Bluff's own Rich Ruzich, they are a cannabis cultivation center focusing on hard-to-find small batch products that will delight both the occasional user and ganjier. When visiting Michigan, ask for it by name. Epic Products, exceptional process. For more information, email info@iliadgrow.com. Laracy & Company CPAs, founded in 2010 by Lake Forest's own Brian Laracy, specializes in tax preparation and bookkeeping services. Earning the People Love Us on Yelp award, their process is straightforward. Just upload, review, and file. For a free quote, visit LaracyCPA.com now. That's LARISEYCPA.com. I'm excited to share with you something special from our Lake Forest community, the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa located at 775 North Bank Lane in Lake Forest near Wisconsin Avenue. This just isn't any spa. They offer an amazing blend of traditional spa services plus the added benefit of medical procedures and treatments. In a relaxing and luxurious spa environment, you can enjoy a range of cosmetic and aesthetic treatments. These are all performed under the supervision of top medical professionals. The Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa provides skin care, facial rejuvenation, body contouring, laser hair removal, Botox, dermal fillers, chemical peels, and much more. What's great is that each treatment is tailored not just to enhance your appearance, but also to address specific skin concerns and to promote overall well-being. So if you're looking to pamper yourself and take your beauty routine to the next level, give the Aesthetic Lounge Med Spa a call at 224-768-8028 or visit them at their location on North Bank Lane. It's an experience your skin will thank you for.
We'd also like to say we're thankful for our Patreon supporters.
Otto, John C., Helen, Herrick, and J.M.